The ride continues, buddy.
The ride continues. Let's go.
I mean, needed that one. We really needed that one, but
Mhm.
came up short, man. So we're gonna talk about it. Let's roll. And welcome in, everybody, to episode 148 of Out of Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons Fan Cast. My name is John, your host. As always, joined by my co-host, Mr. Mike Cottrell. What's going on, bud? How are you today?
Oh man, I'm happy, even though that was a tough day yesterday,
It was
but
a tough day.
I'm over it. I'm feeling well, man. Feeling like it's a great Monday, having a great day actually, because the sun was out, and I feel like it's been cloudy here for about 2 weeks straight almost.
It has been. It feels that way. And I don't know what's going on tonight, but as soon as I hit the countdown timer, like my screen went black. So,
Oh wow.
and it was really weird. And I was like having to highlight different parts of the screen. It was slowly popping back up. So
Oh shit.
I just kicked myself out and came back in. And then the trombone let me down there to start that. It just started off at the end. So this is what a
The
shitty
show is
way to
already
start.
off the rails. I love
Oh
it.
my goodness. Anyway, yeah, guys, we appreciate, like I said, we appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. I know typically we don't have as much folks watching or listening. As a matter of, I mean, when we lose, it seems like people just
Mhm.
don't want to hear. But I get that. You know, like I said, I've been in that space before. I don't even want to talk about it. Don't want to hear about it. Seen enough of it. But look, we're not going to. This is what we're not going to do. Like I said on Twitter, we're not going to come in here for the if today or for the next 4 weeks if it goes badly. Either way, we're not going to come in here and bitch about it the entire time and just sit here and trash this guy and trash that guy. And it's just we're not going to do that. I mean, we're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about what went good, what went bad. But look, Mike and I both have just we've and y'all have seen it. We've watched this team the entire season now. We've watched Arthur Smith for 3 seasons now. It kind of is what it is now. We've seen it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So this is just what this we kind of know what to expect. So yeah, I mean, I just want to put that out there. Like I said, we're gonna keep doing our thing and keep playing our games and keep having fun with it. Because I mean, like I said, it's we're gonna point out all the good and all the bad, but there's no point in coming here and just going ape shit trashing folks. You know what I
No.
mean?
And I fully agree with John. This team has the potential to infuriate us for the rest of the season. But I'm not turning the podcast into a drag the Falcons fest every week, where you all could come and just vent about how you hate the team. Like we not even doing this. I'm as frustrated as everyone else, but I still have an awesome life outside of the Falcons. So I can't be but so mad. And I think John does too. So he not gonna be but
Right.
so mad. So we not doing that. But I will say this. I'm gonna save all of that energy that I was gonna put for the Falcons. And I'm gonna give a special person all the attention I feel like they deserve at the end of the show. I'm gonna
There you
direct it
go.
all at one person because I feel like they earned it. So I'm gonna give you all of the attention you deserve at the end of the show. But as far as my Falcons, I can't criticize them so much. I love them, bad or good, man. I'm still a fan.
That's right. That's right. And I mean, so we're obviously going to get into the loss. We're going to talk about the good. We're going to talk about the
Mhm.
bad. Kind of what that means for us going forward these next 4 games. Kind of how it shapes up, how it sets up for us to still, what's our chances to win the division. You know, who our
Mhm.
opponents have to, or who our division rivals have to play. All that stuff's going to come into play as well. And I got to shout out, of course, Variety Sports Network, man. If y'all are not subscribed to Variety Sports, go check them out. I think they're almost at 500. Help them get there, man. They got some great shows going on. Seventh inning
Mhm.
stretch, Saturday showdown. The yesterday's talking the gridiron was fantastic. Just kind of recapping the day in the NFL. So make sure you check them out. Any new viewers, any new listeners, man, thank y'all for joining us. Hate that y'all had to come in on a loss, but I'm glad you're here regardless.
Mhm.
Like I said, Mike and I do a couple of these live shows every week, or at least we try to. During the season, we keep it going in the off season, free agency. the draft, and this is shaping up to be one hell of an offseason again, buddy. One way or the
Yep.
other, this is going to be. We're going to have
A lot
more
of
than enough to
content
talk
to make,
about.
buddy.
We're going to have more than enough to talk about, man.
Love it.
And if y'all are listening to us on any iTunes, Spotify, any podcast platform that y'all can leave us a 5-star review, we'd much appreciate that 5-star review because it helps us keep growing on those platforms, and we can just keep blowing up on there as well. Of course, we do have merchandise. I got to shout that out every week. If you go to I'll put the links always in the description of the video, bonfire.com/store/out of your Falcon mind with dashes in between all those words. And you can find it. Like I said, the easiest thing is click on the link in the description of the video to do that. But yeah, man, I mean, and now when we say that's how we're going to do our shows, that's not going to say that we're not going to possibly tweet out some emotional shit during games.
Oh yes. And we still going to criticize them on the show.
That's still going to happen.
It ain't going to be a whole
bash fest. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm not engaging in none of that.
Yeah, I mean, I tweeted out yesterday the Ari Gold, get
that
the
was hilarious.
Just for saying this ain't gonna work in 24, and it was for Art and for Des, and some people got mad at me for that. And I get it. Look, I get it. But it was just in the moment. Both of them were pissing me off. And look, we'll talk about both of them. We'll talk about Des's performance and everything.
But what a reference, Johnny Yates, man! An Entourage reference is always gonna win with me, buddy. Greatest show ever.
I had to pull it out, man. Before we get into it, man, let's check out the chat, man, and see who's joining us tonight.
LAJ, Mike, I love my dude, but man, Drake London is that dude. Listen, I take it back. I take it, and I didn't say it, but the internal hate was there. I take it back. He just needs a decent quarterback. These jump balls ain't 50-50. I told you it's more like 90. It don't went to 80. I said it was 80-20. Now it's 90-10. He do not have 50-50 balls. He got 90-10 balls. I love it, Jay. I love it, buddy. Exactly. Liam, what up? Saquon versus Cowboys D for the postseason. Hey, if Saquon get 9 points, I'm probably kicked out. And he gonna get 9. If you get 20 yards, that's 9 points. So he will have to have a terrible game.
That's crazy.
Ro, what up? Ro? What's good, fam? Facts, it is what it is. With this team, ain't nothing going to change. Just straight roller coaster. Toxic relationship, buddy. Push and pull. That's my man, Jordan. What's going on, fellas?
Jordan.
Trying to remain optimistic on the season. We have to finish these last 4 games strong. Hope everyone in the chat is doing well. Travis TP. Smash that like button, everyone.
Appreciate it, Travis.
Curry, what up? Curry, get your profile fixed, okay? Because I just don't like to see. It's just a big purple C. Get this fixed.
Doesn't do it for us.
Hi, John and Mike. I'm still upset about yesterday's loss. Yesterday was a big game for us. We only lost because of our mistakes, not because we were outplayed by the opponent. You got it. Well, that's every week, to be honest. Harder to get over those. Yep. The back it up bins. Y'all got to check that out. Man? Good evening, gents.
Guess y'all getting ready for the Dolphins game here in a little bit. I can't wait to watch that game. They're fun to watch, man. DJ, what's up, buddy?
DJ, what up?
Good to see you, man.
He said, even though Koo missed 2 crucial kicks, Young Money Koo is still Young Money Koo. Young Money is the nickname that fits Koo. And I'm gonna tell you, you had never in a million years hear me criticize that man. I don't care if he lose us the game. That he's hit so many at the high percentage that he's qualified to miss. I can't, dog. He's gonna miss some. That's fine. I'm not ever gonna criticize him. If we make those field goals, it's a completely different game. I agree with you, but I'm not gonna put that on him. I'll put that on the offense and the coach. I would never put it on Koo. He done saved us too many times. I'm never doing that. I don't care. He's due to have a game like that. He make it. I think we was just saying he could come out and kick a 50+ yarder and you're not even nervous.
Right.
Like you'd be like, oh, I'm sure. And he hit it every time. So when he missed, it's just,
No, I mean, and we were going to save this for later in the show, but we'll just might as well go ahead and talk about it. I mean, like he took full blame for it after the game. He said, that's on me. 6 points left on the field. And they asked Jesse about it, and Jesse said, I'm sorry. They asked Drake. They asked Drake about how he said that. And he said, man, he wears a C on his chest for a reason. That's his mentality. He expects to make every kick, but reality is, I mean, he's not going to make every kick. He's 90%. He's just over 90%. I don't know what he is now with those 2 misses, but I'll take 90% kicker any day of the week.
Yes.
When it's historically the best ever, and I know Justin Tucker's got like 5-6 years on him, but I mean, I'll take that. And the fact he's won us multiple games this year. At one point this season, he was 44% of our total offense.
He could
without him, we probably.
No, he's in the argument. If we had to pick an MVP of the season, he can be an argument.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm never no. And y'all gotta understand, if the kicker win the C, that's a different thing. So I'm not going against. I'm not. He missed. I'm never doing that, and because I feel like it's not even supposed to be so close, where his kicks is the game or not. So I'm never doing that. He's come through to me. It's like Matt Ryan. I'm not. He could throw a pick and he could lose us the game. Is he about due for it? I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
and the coolest guy in the world. You see his interview, he just got all the swag in the world.
Oh yeah, no, he's got so much. Yeah, he's got
so
more
much
swag
swag,
than
man.
Oh man,
yeah.
But and it's and Des said it after the game. He said that's not on Koo, that's on the offense to get him better position, so he's not kicking 50 yarders, 52 plus yarders, or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, bottom line, yeah, of course that mattered. I mean, we lost by. He makes those kicks, he probably win the game, But again, we're going to go through the reasons why we didn't win the game. There's plenty of them. Travis said Drizzy
Drizzy Drake, aka Mellow Yellow Moth. That's a good one.
That's great.
Yellow Moth. Mellow Yellow Moth is a good one.
I like that,
I'm gonna tell you, am I keeping it real? Who that sport? Y'all got to check them out. He says, "Good evening, gentlemen. I would like to extend you an invitation to join us this Sunday morning for our As the NFL Turns kickoff pregame show at 10:05. Well, that's buddy. I'm out. We need only 5 to 10 minutes. Well, okay, maybe.
Well, we got to see because. But we will, yeah, that's awesome. We appreciate that, and we might be able to. We have the watch party though, so I don't know what time you have to leave to the watch party. So it may be a weird one for us, but if we can, we will for sure. Yeah, we appreciate that, guys. Yeah,
it is a watch party Sunday, buddy. DJ said every time Ritter takes 2 steps forward, he takes 10 steps. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. DJ said our offense is so predictable that it is so bland, no flavor at all. Speaking of flavor, y'all have never try to add on to the hot dog segment. Like I pick who we gonna relish and who we gonna mustard and who ketchup. And today,
somebody got added.
So many people came. Like to leave Richie Grant off the ketchup list is criminal. And on all platforms, they said, "Oh, for you to not mention Richie Grant." Well, so I'm like, "Geez." So I have to edit. Okay, Richie Grant need to catch up too. Jesus.
I think our buddy Andy on Twitter had posted his PFF rating over the. I mean, like his. I don't know if his career or not, but essentially, it's worse than Duron Harmon and Eric Harris.
That's
essentially,
bad.
I mean, here it is. Yeah, 52.7 overall, 58.6 in run defense, 47.3 in coverage. Good pass rush for a safety, 71.8. Take that. Eric Harris had overall. Yeah, Eric Harris 59.7 overall, and Duron Harmon 58.3 overall.
I don't know how we missed on him and Jalen because it was at a point I had faith in both of them. So I don't even know.
Oh, I clearly did. I was on Richie's.
He was on him, and I was on Jalen. I don't know how we both would miss. Oh, yeah, man, that's tough. And I feel for Richie because I feel like he tries best. He just overzealous. He run right past the play so many times and just do dumb. It's like I don't know. It's like he got Troy Anderson in him somewhere, but he's not Troy Anderson. No. King Richie said, "What's up, fellas? I'm starting to think it's really play calling, which is why Matt Ryan and Smith didn't get along because he knows how bad we scheme." When he said, he probably was thinking like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Exactly. Padre, buddy, what's up?
What up? Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
That.
Thanks so much,
good, fellas. When are we firing Arthur Smith into the sun? I'm gonna tell you what. Here's what we gotta do. He gotta lose some weight. If you lose a little weight, we can stick him into the t-shirt gun, right? And we can aim that anywhere. We could put him in the t-shirt gun and just fire him off into the stratosphere.
What's bad is I think from a head coach perspective, he's probably pretty good. Like as far as you've legitimately changed the culture around here. It's not just him, but the coaches he's brought in, done all that. I think the players respect him. They like him a lot. I just think he can't. He can't call plays. If he stayed as a head coach, but we got an OC, I'll be okay with that. Honestly, let the OC take a good OC take over.
If you can divide those two, I would dare to say he's an excellent head coach. But the play calling is the only thing, man, to have changed. Yeah. He changed the culture of the football team. That's almost damn near impossible to do in the time frame he's done it. And the staff that he put in place, I enjoyed him. but it's just the play calling. But you got it. That's not your thing. You got, man, I can't sing. I'm horrible at basketball. Like this, you got to know your limitations.
Yeah, 100%, man. And so we'll start off by talking about what was good from yesterday's game. So we're not going to start off on a negative note. We'll start with just the defense overall. To be down David Onyemata, Nate Landman, Jeff Okudah, and then to lose Street during the game. Since you could, and since Contavious has been here, you could say he's maybe our third best defensive interior lineman behind Onyemata and Grady. He's been that good. You know what I mean? Like, he's been really good. So to lose those guys and have those folks come in and step in, shout out to Andre Smith, did a hell of a job at linebacker.
Andre.
I mean, and then the other guys, you mean AJ, what happened to Mike Evans yesterday? Oh, nothing. Was that one catch for 8 yards? And I hear people talking shit about AJ all the time. Oh, he's overrated. He's trash. I don't know where you get it. Yeah, he's going to get beat from time to time because every corner in the league gets beat from time to time. But the man can play zone. The man can play man. And he every week takes on the number one from somebody else. So, and he shut down Evans, who normally has a day on him, you know. And so I'll give AJ his props all day long on that. Caden Ellis, man, was all over the place, pulling guys down by one arm.
Yeah, that was dope.
And just doing stuff. And your boy Clark Phillips III, just all the confidence in the world, just showing out.
I cannot be more proud of the dude. He is very little. He's a small cornerback. But when I told y'all before we even got him, like, the dude was aggressive. So that would be his positive as well as his downfall. Like, he was gonna get beat sometimes because he jumped routes. So if y'all remember when we started the season, I'm like, he gonna have 2-3 pick six. Now he hasn't had that yet, but you see that aggression. He broke up a ball with one hand. He jumped sideways. And it was a court ball. He jumped sideways and he hit it out with his left hand. And Clark Phillips, the way he tackled, the enthusiasm he plays with, he won a job. Like, he won to start a position, and it's clear, like, he feel like I want to play football. I want to start. He play like a kid play almost. Like, he's so excited. And the same way, John, I can't that defense to have played with them injuries and played like that was unreal. It was an unreal. That may have been top 3 performances of our season of the defense. If you think about the injuries they had.
Yeah, but the circumstances,
everything, man. Jesse played out of his mind again. The defense really gave us every opportunity to win that game. They played excellent.
Yeah, and I mean,
and I got to speak on what you said, John. Mike Evans is the Falcon killer. There's no way around it. He's done it every time without fail, no matter who was back there. Man, AJ shut him down. He shut him down. So you got to give him his props. The one time he usually get cooked. He get cooked by Mike Evans. There's no comparison. There's no competition. He shut Mike Evans down completely. He took him out the game. You got to give AJ his props.
100%. Yeah, and I mean it's like, I mean, yeah, we love for him to hold at the end of the game there, but I mean, they gave us, like you said, so many opportunities, and the defensive line being as beat up as it was, they started taking advantage of it with the running. But Rashad White started having some success there at the end, and it was smart. It was smart by Todd Bowles. So you start running the ball. That line was, we were down, we were thin at that point. You got young guys, you got rotational guys in there. So yeah, run right at them. And when it worked, and that screen pass, that was a killer. For Rashad White. So I mean, you give Todd Bowles props, but like I said, I'm not going to. And we'll talk. When we get to the bad, we'll talk about what kind of cost us there at the in the game. But yeah, I can't hang on the defense, man. The defense gave you more than enough opportunities to take care of business. Offensively, man, huge shout out to those guys on the line that filled in: Storm Norton, Ryan Newsom, Tyler Vrabel, Kyle Hinton even had a couple. Dude, when Chris Lindstrom went down. After Jake Matthews went down, I was like, man, what the fuck is happening? Yeah. Like, what is happening? How is this even as possible during this game? Like, we've been really lucky with offensive line health for a long time. Like, those guys just kind of show up and they're there. And all of a sudden now we're down literally every guy except for Bergeron. It was like, what the hell? But man, I mean, Tyler Vrabel did a great job there at left tackle. I mean, this is, again, assuming or just saying, did their backup. So yeah, doing a great job for backup. Kyle Hinton, like I said, stepped in. Ryan Newsom at center. You didn't notice a difference I didn't notice the difference. He
Yep.
played well. And then Storm, like I said, Storm played well. So, I mean, big shout out to those guys. Bijan had a good day. Could have had a better day if maybe involved a little bit more. But, hey, he had a good day. And Drake with a freaking career day. 10 catches, 172 yards. Just goes off. Makes that ridiculous catch. He basically took it and just, I mean, that was headed right toward Antoine Winfield's hands. He just took it right out the air, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and look, and as for some of the bad things Dez did, 346 yards. I mean, put it on some people. Great pass to Drake. I mean, great pass to Kyle for a touchdown. Found Kyle a couple. Found Drake several times, like we already said. McCole Pruitt got involved. I mean, he did some good things, did some bad things, but I mean, he did some good things too. And we scored outside the red zone seemed like the first time in forever.
Blew my mind.
So, I mean, those are some of the positives that came out of it. It's, it's like I said, unfortunately, the negatives kind of outweighed it, but it wasn't all bad. But.
No, it wasn't all bad. I'm gonna be honest. I was more proud of the offensive line than I was the defense. Miss Linda, what's going on? Hey guys, I feel like we watched two different games yesterday. There was some really awesome possessions, and then there was some what the hell possessions. Yeah, what the offensive line did is unheard of. That was supposed to be a massacre. When three of the that's supposed to be over right there. The whole thing with a line is continuity. So when that's broke up, it's over. It should be all type of pressure. It's over right there. That man, the effort. I told you the one thing that I feel like no one mentions about us or don't give us no props for, and I mean even the fans. It's usually no drop off when a backup comes in the game. I don't care at no position.
Yeah.
Like when the backup come in, we always be like, and then they always be like, oh shit, look at this. And no matter what the position is, when Troy Anderson was hurt, we always like, oh god. Then and no matter what the position, if the backup coming, and that's when we had training camp. Remember what we was all saying? These some good problems to have, and then you can see that playing out. And so that's one of the best things that you can have as a football team, especially going into the playoffs. If we go to the playoffs, that's one of the best, because you get all type of, everybody is starting to get injured now because the season is over. So what that offensive line did was amazing. It was amazing. That's supposed to be a massacre. And so what they did was really a standout thing. I was so proud of them.
Yeah. And and what Linda said, I mean, the first drive, you're like, oh shit, that was one of the best put together drives I've seen, for Arthur Smith to call to start the game. And then it hurt, of course we didn't put it in there for 7 at the end of the drive, which obviously that come back to haunt us too, and it's like the was it the toss or sweep, whatever it was, to Bijan. It looked like he was waiting on the block to be set up, but it also looked like he could have just fucking gone, just go, just go.
Patient. Yeah,
maybe too patient there, because he looked like he could have got in. I mean, what's his name? Was it KJ Britt made a hell of a play to get over there, but
the dude. Here's the thing with that is the dude. I think he spoke it like he didn't think Britt was that fast. He thought he thought
right,
he's I could see him, but he ain't gonna make it over here in time before I can. And Britt came all right. And he got him. So he was a little bit. I'm gonna tell you who he was trying to be like. If you remember, Le'Veon Bell would always do that. He would do it every play. He'd just sit back there, and wait a little bit, and then he would. He tried to do that, and it didn't work for him. I be saying this, man, and I mean this. When we inside the 5, I get that Bijan, but I'm not. I'm going Tyler. I'm going bowling ball for that. I'm just going bowling ball. I would like to see that more often.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree. And then the missed open pass to Bijan, that hurt. Watching it again today, Winfield's in his face. I mean, with his hand, he's got the throw over him, so that does affect the pass. I'm sure it does. It sucks he was that wide open, but like Arthur Smith said in the press conference, I mean, they were bringing basically it was a zero type of thing, so they had a zero. That's why he was that open. They had no coverage for it. So. I mean, that hurt though, just in general, not being able to get 7 there. But looking overall too. Oh, sorry, I missed a comment there. Oblivion said, yeah, yeah. I mean, we definitely need a new play caller for sure, man.
Got shut down. We had him in hush mode, and he was frustrated. He was frustrated. Clark Phillips, I'm trying to tell you, that dude, man, we got lucky. We got lucky with Clark Phillips, man.
Dude, I don't know, Gabriel. I think his name is Storm. I have never seen it anything else.
No, his name is Storm Norton.
Yeah,
his real name. No, that's the dopest name. It's a porno star name, or like a wrestler. Storm Norton is a wrestler or a porn star. That's the dopest football name. Or football, bro. That's the offensive lineman name. Storm Norton, you damn right.
Yeah.
Did y'all see him pancake that? Oh my God, he sacked this dude on the beach on run. Just put him on his ass. Storm Norton, that dude, man. I love him. I like the pass protection from the makeshift line. He's saying he like it more from a makeshift line than the real offensive line.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you what that's coaching, and that's why me and John are giving him somewhat props. The culture is what creates the backups to come in with the same attitude that the starters have. That's culture.
Yeah,
it ain't a drop off in your toughness or your attitude or your grit. It's no drop off. So that's the coach.
Yeah, and like King Richard said, man, the pass protection. Oh yeah, sorry, you just heard that one. Bulldogs, I'm talking about putting this issue on Ritter, the man put you in position to win. Yeah, I mean he's part of it. I mean, they're like watching it back, and I can't wait to see the 22. I mean, like there were some definite ones that you'd like to have back, that I'm sure he'd like to have back, and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get to all that in a second. But and Jeff said if anyone expects Smith to be fired is ignorant to the game of football. I mean, I don't expect him to be fired, and we've talked about it 100 times. Like we expect him to be here next year.
Jeff. I don't think anybody's.
Yeah. I mean, if he's now look, if we lose the last 4 games, I don't think it's out of the question. Because that would be kind of epically bad finish right there, and then you're talking about finishing 6-11, which is even worse than the previous 2 years. And that's the issue that I have is whatever is going on, we're 6-7 again. You know what I mean? And like with the quote unquote easier schedule with more talented players, and we're 6-7 again. So however you want to look at it from whatever aspect, this is unacceptable for this season. That's not what we were sold as the beginning of the season. And what's crazy, Jeff, and like, our boys at the Bolt Bros, they couldn't wait to get Storm Norton off that team.
Yeah, they
could not, because he was so terrible for them. Like terrible, man. Nick, he said get a real OC. I'd be okay with that. If our stadium we got an OC, I'd be fine with that. But I don't think that's going to happen. All right. Oh, and one more thing for the good too, man. Shout out to Travis Bell, man. Made his from Kennesaw State's own Travis Bell. Got in the got in the game, played a little D-line. So that was cool to see.
KSU.
Good to see a homegrown dude there. All right, so the bad. Well, I don't know. We'll start there. Yeah, Koo missing the 2 kicks hurt. Took blame on the loss.
You could just close your eyes and throw it the ball, and it'll hit something that was bad. So just go ahead.
All right, and Des said, obviously Des to Dolphins has to be better. It's not on Koo. Totally agree. All right, so on our 3rd drive, we scored a touchdown. All right, and then after that drive, in between our 2 touchdown drives. All right, this is what happened. So I'm gonna read this out for y'all. So 5 plays, 21 yards, missed field goal. 1 play, -8 yards, safety. 6 plays, 19 yards, missed field goal. 5 plays, 27 yards, punt. 3 plays, 0 yards, punt. 3 plays, -1 yards, punt. 8 plays, 23 yards, punt. That's where the game was lost.
Yep.
You had how many possessions there to do anything with, and you decided not. And you didn't decide not to. You just didn't do anything. You couldn't get anything with it. Now the last 3 possessions or last 2, 7 plays, 67 yards, touchdown. 5 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. 6 plays, 72 yards, and then we ended the game with. We'll get to that play later too. So I mean, we dropped back. I think it was 45 times. We ran the ball 26 times, and we said on the preview show we figured Dez would have to do more than he's done in the previous to win this game, and we were right. He was going to have to. But I didn't, dude, I don't know about you. I didn't figure that we would run. I figured we'd run a little bit less but I didn't think we'd run that much less.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I know when early in the game, it wasn't like super successful, but it wasn't not successful. Like we were getting positive yardage. I mean, like it's just I don't know. I probably would have ran the ball a little bit more than what we did, considering that is a strength. Considering we put 156 on them the first game. Considering Vita Vea is out of the game. Considering Devin White's out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe keep testing them out. Tyler, CP, Bijan, all those. You know, I mean, I don't mind the short passes and stuff like that, but man, like that was tough. Obviously, the interception there on the screen. Number one, I would not have called that play again. I don't know how many times you're going to do it and you think they're not going to get to it, because Carlton Davis, you watch it back, he sees that thing early and shoots down on the play. Yeah. There was no block. I mean, Kyle and Jefferson are out there, which again, this is on Art too. The personnel you're deciding to put in these situations. If this is the play, I love Kyle. He's not a great blocker. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what Jefferson does because he hasn't done much since he's been here. I'm going to assume he's not a great blocker, but neither one. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
He came right,
coming in hot.
I mean, he wasn't touched. He wasn't touched. Coming straight in to get. So it was just, and then I'm sure it was part of the design, but you know, Dez does the 360. His back's turned to the play. He just lets it rip, no hesitation whatsoever. So
no hesitation. He was so confident.
The whole thing was just a shit show from the start. So I mean, like, I would not have ran that play again there on that situation. Again, with those two guys out there blocking, I don't know. That one was weird. You know, AK, if he makes the sack early on that first possession on Baker, they're not in field goal range. They don't kick that. So and Art talks about it. It's little things throughout the game that make the big difference. He's not wrong there. It's just several things throughout on both sides of the ball that makes a difference. But I mean, we basically on that first drive, we only ran the ball 3 times, and it was fine. We got down to the red zone with it, and we damn near scored. But when we got down there, we just, I mean, again, like when you're on the 3 or the 4 or whatever, I don't know. Maybe I would just try to run it a couple of times at least. But you know, hey, we've been there, done that before. And Dez overall, just like I said, the throw to Scotty Miller hurt. If he leads him across the field, there's nobody there. Nobody there.
Wow, that was 7.
And that was 7 all day long. So that's what you want back. You know, he definitely wants that one back. You know, that the one that Kyle, or the one that Drake dropped on the sideline, you know, that was kind of, he had it and then dude kind of knocked it out. Like that hurt too. Because on that particular drive, we threw the ball 3 times and got 0 yards, you know, and that one, that hurt. But and then we'll talk about what the safety. I couldn't tell on the TV copy, so I'll have to look at the 22 to see. But it looked like a kind of a longer developing play because he took like a 7 or 8 step drop, which typically when he does that, it's because it's you know, those guys are learning longer routes. I don't know why you do that there on that situation where you're out on the field again. And you have Bijan as a check down, which he had him, and then maybe he had Drake there on the out. It looked kind of like he did, but I couldn't really tell. Like I said, we'll have to see on the 22. But Keith Smith completely misses Antoine Winfield, like completely.
I love Keith Smith,
And I mean, but so that's bad. But Ritter also can't double pump. He can't hitch there in the end zone when pressure's coming. It's got to be quick and get it out. Like it just can't. It's just, you know, both those things can't happen, but they're both bad. You know what I mean? Like, so Jeff Wolf said it perfectly. # frustrated. Yeah. That's essentially what it ended up being, man. It's like,
so listen, I'm going to be honest. I'm so biased that King Richie said the first game, there was no Bijan, remember? Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so biased at this point that the only bad I see is from the coach and the quarterback. Like I don't even see, like I excuse everything else. Jeff said whomever called that play should not go to Carolina.
That's leaving Art at the house.
That's and it was just 4 plays that I seen from Desmond that I just was I'm like, bro, this is my frustration with you is that throw that he missed to Bijan, that was a touchdown. I understand there was pressure coming. But when somebody is by themselves and just by themselves, it's a touchdown. So, we win the game if you make that throw.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to just totally muff that throw, I'm like, bro, that's incompetence. Like, you cannot miss that throw. And then the pick six thing, like, dog, it's Stevie Wonder knew that was coming. Stevie Wonder saw that coming. Like, everybody in the stadium knew, dog, you didn't look off nobody. You didn't go through. You turn right to the we knew what y'all run this play 100 times you just throw it right. And the dude knew had full confidence. He wasn't hesitant. He knew, like, I know what they doing. Jump right in front of it. Took it. I'm like, you can't do that. When he got the safety, Desmond Ridder was in the end zone hesitating. Dog, what are you doing? Let the ball go. Hey, you in the end, we back in the end zone. It's no look at you got to let this go. This 2-3 step drop and throw. And he was great at that all game. He was then he'll let it go. And for some reason, when we was in the position where you have to do that, he held on to the ball and was looking around. It was insanity. And then John brought up the Scotty Miller miss. Dog, I'm gonna tell you what he does a lot of times that I never bring up. Desmond Ridder really is not very accurate. And here's what I mean by that.
On deep balls?
Drew Brees, his timing was so good. He knew where his receiver was gonna be at a specific point on the field in the route. So he could throw the ball ahead of the receiver because he knew it's going to take him 2-3 seconds. And I got it. Now he's running off. He was amazing at that. And I've seen Aaron Rodgers and like Pat Mahomes can fit a ball through a moving car window. Like, it's that accurate. I could throw you open if you cover. Like, I can squeeze it into a tight. I feel like a lot of times where we be impressed with him, he just throw it up in the general area. And the dude catch it sometimes. You be like, oh, look at what Desmond did. But it's like, young, you never really throw like a back shoulder where it's like, young, how did you put that in there? Like, I seen him do it like twice where he threw a ball where I was like, what the? How did you do that? But for the most part, like the other Desmond throw, when he had that amazing catch, he just threw it up.
Drake, yeah.
Yeah, Drake. He just threw it out. It was a horrible pass. It was a pick. He had to save him from an interception. That was a horrific pass. He threw it in a double coverage. And he went and jumped up and took it. But it was a bad pass. And the Scotty Miller pass was a horrific pass. Had you threw that in the way you should have thrown it, that was sick. And I'm like, man, I just talked you through 4 points where 4 plays where he cost us points. The quarterback, because he made a choice that he did some dumb shit that cost us points 4 different times in a game. And every game he cost us points. Either he cost us points on the defense side or he cost us points because he don't throw it where he's supposed to throw it. And it's so hard for me because I hate shitting on good people. Oh, if you a good person, they go so far with me. I'd be like, look, if you just give him some more time, but it's like, dog, I hate to do this to you, bro, but you can hang with Dan Quinn. Me, you, Quinn, and like who else? Mary Poppins. We could all hang in the group and we could all be as positive and happy and kind, and we could treat each other fairly and with respect, all that. And we could be the best of friends, but you can't be the quarterback, bro. I love you to death as a person. It's amazing young man. You cannot be a quarterback. And you could probably play basketball. Try out for the Hawks. Dog, you might make the Hawks. He's really good at basketball, but dog, you are not even close. You're not even close to being a starting quarterback in the National Football League. It's not even close. You are not even 30% there. And if you are, you just 30%. Dog, you have a so long way to go, and I don't know if the coach is hindering you or it's just not in you. But, dog, you are not a professional quarterback in the NFL for no team. And you barely a backup, to be honest, because you always turning the ball over. You do it every game without fail. And it's so frustrating because I love you as a young man. I think you're an amazing human being. So I hate to talk down on you. So if you see my hot dog, I ain't do it to him. I just said, bro, it's just every week with you. You can't do it. I'm not dragging Desmond because I love the dude. I love him and I'm falling in love with him every week more. I'm rooting for him, but every week more, he just proved to me like I'm not the one for you, bro. He's not the one for me. He's not. I'm still getting over Matty Ice.
Yeah. I mean, like the problem is, and like I said it a few weeks ago, or well, more than that, I guess. That since I've been doing this 22, you see a lot of good things. Like you do see him put it in spots where you're like, damn, okay, that's a dart. You do see him do several good things, and you've seen progress with it. The turnovers thing keeps following him around, and that's like you said. I mean, that hurts. You know what I mean? So that had to be cut down. It hasn't been yet. So yeah, then the question comes in: well, how much of it is some of the design, some of the play calls, some of the design? Yeah, that's part of it too. And that's why I even said on Twitter, I was like, I keep going back and forth on this. Like, not that I believe, because I honestly,
me too.
I'm at the point now where I don't think, barring these last 4 games, him just coming out and literally wowing everybody every single game, barring that happening, I don't see him starting next year.
Me neither.
I just don't. Because a couple of things. If Art's here, Art has to win next year. So I don't see him putting 100% faith in Dez. But for me, the biggest problem kind of lies with Art, because I'm not sure, even if he brings in say we go draft a Jaden Daniels or a younger quarterback, I'm not positive that he's the guy to elevate that quarterback, a young quarterback.
Yeah. I agree.
So I mean, if it's a Kirk Cousins, if it's a Tannehill, something like that, I have more faith, because those guys kind of who they are at this point. Like, you're not going to be talking about Art developing those guys. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not sure how much that's going to save. I mean, like some of these like I said, some of these passing concepts we've seen, like I'm not sure how much a better quarterback is going to be winning despite some of these calls. You know what I'm saying? Like how good are they going to have to be to win despite some of these just weird, make no sense. Like, I know he's obsessed with like positionless football, but damn it, dude, like you have to at least know what the guy's strengths are.
No,
if the guy can't block all that well, then don't put him in position to block maybe on a very important play. Like you can't do that. I don't know. I think he trusts guys' abilities a little bit too more, man. A little too much. So that's my biggest concern, man. Is like, if he's here, I'm not sure it's going to get any better. Like even with a better quarterback. Like we and I just, because we keep saying, we've said it all year long, we keep waiting for him to say, okay, this is the week he's not going to overthink. He's going to come out there and call a good game, put his players in the best position to win, and it doesn't happen. And it's like, at this point now, 12, what are we 12 games in, 13 games in, and 2 seasons, like I said, 2.5 seasons, whatever the hell it is, he just is who he is. So he's not going to change. I don't see him changing. So if he's not going to change, like I said, I honestly, I do believe Ritter would be better with a better play caller and a better scheme.
Way better.
I don't think he's playing to his strengths, man. Like, I really don't. And so, and like I said, I'll watch the 22 and I'll do the 22 film again this year, man. But I know for a fact, without even seeing it yet, I'm going to see the same shit I've seen every week. Like, Art's going to be like, I'm going to be like, okay, well, what? Definitely wouldn't have called that there. Wouldn't have been that. Why is this guy in this position? And there's going to be some throws that should have been made. So when the quarterback can't elevate enough, it's not Ritter's fault. He's a 3rd-round pick for a reason. He's doing the best he can, but his ability is just not there yet. So if he can't outplay some bad coaching or some bad decisions, that sucks, but that just is what it is. And if Art can't put him in better positions, like, something's got to give, dude. Like, you either have to put him in better positions or you got to play better. And when neither one of those things are happening, then we fucking lose. So I mean, like, and that's why we're 6-7.
Of the year. when neither one of those things that happen, we fucking lose. That is spot on. I was
No,
gonna add on to that. I can't even add on to that. That's perfectly put.
I mean, I don't know, man. We made me, man. What's up, dude?
William said, I don't think this offense can take another step this year, maybe next year. Ooh.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Jeff said, is there like a 5 times a game his mind goes blank? Yeah, it's like this 5 times. Yep. William said, play calling is horrible. Yeah. Gat boy said, what up, fellas? What up? There you go.
Yo,
That's my
Marlo,
man.
what up, buddy?
Millette. Mike John, what up? Just popped in, but I know Mike gonna be out of his dog. You know I'm going for it's my next jersey, dog. That's gonna be my next jersey. You know it. TP, I'm not because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm always wrong. When I get something right, I'm hopping on. I'm staying right there. TP, I'm not a Ritter fan, but the worst thing he did was name Ritter. I thought you was gonna say the worst thing about him was his name was Ritter. That was gonna be hilarious. The worst thing he did was name Ritter that started without any competition. There was no one to push Ritter. I said that when Tyler came. I thought that it should have been a competition. It threw me off in the press conference. When he first got here, he like, yeah, I'm just his backup. I'm like, how did he just get the job? Yeah. That was wild. Jew Talk Sports said,
what up, Jew? Good to see you, brother.
That boy said, have you noticed when it's a must-win game, Smith switches up the game plan and Ritter throws the ball 40 times? I told you, dog. It's that I think that you think, we think that you think that I'm thinking that I'm gonna catch you off guard because you think I'm thinking what you thinking that I'm thinking. Then you just end up losing. He lose every time you do it. Jew Talk said Coach Smith isn't doing the offense any favors. Coach Smith hard-headed, yeah.
And dude, I keep thinking like there's no way he can himself like watch the film and be like, yeah, I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna run that again. Like I know it's gonna work next time. And like see, it's like
that's the thing I try to ask y'all because I really would like to know that. It's like he's doing that. So it's like it's his boss not no one in the meeting saying like, bro, we've tried this 20 times and it's failed 19.
I know.
Like what the fuck is going? It's like don't no one say. It's like his. I don't care if you his wife at home. You say, hey, sweetie, you need to stop doing that screen. Like just no one says nothing. That's amazing. William said, don't matter what QB we bring in, it's not going to make a difference. We have to get a new head coach and an offensive coordinator. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think you throw all them in the trash. Twisted Torch said Arthur Smith continues to let the offensive down. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, man. I think you throw all of them in the trash at the same time. I don't think you try to tweak one and you try to take out one and replace one. You try to plug and play. Throw all that shit in the trash. That shit is not impressive. They're not impressive as a unit. Throw them all in the trash and go get new people. LAJ said, I normally watch while I'm at work the next day, but I couldn't help myself. We lost, yeah. But Mike Drake London is too slow.
Getting you on that.
Yeah, I did. I said, yeah, he too slow. He not exciting. He ain't doing. I was wrong. That's one thing I was wrong. But I admitted it. I admitted it before I was caught. I did a preemptive strike before y'all called me out. I called myself out. So I was fair. That boy said Vita Vea and Devin White both were out. Now that's another thing I told John during the game. Mm-hmm. Why can't you specially game plan to attack the areas of the field where people are out? Why he never does it? We know who out every game we play against a decimated team, it feels like. And he don't switch the game plan to attack the corner that's not playing, to attack the safety that's out. How about the person on the line who out? How about if we run it right at this person? He just run the same thing he would have ran anyway. And that is shit. I told you, I never seen him out coach the other coach. Man, I think he's a stupid human being. And that's why I say you can't be in charge of play calling. Now, culture-wise, oh yeah, he could be around, yes. But no, you should not be calling plays. Vita Vea and Devin White are both out, and we should have been running it up. Yeah, we should have had 200 yards rushing because we already did it with them playing. So now you should have been like, oh, we for sure having 200 with them out and Bijan. Now we getting 200 to not even go for that and to start throwing the ball. And I don't even think he got faith in his own quarterback because he don't dial up things that show me he got confidence in his own quarterback. The dude you picked.
I don't know about that now. He threw it like 45 dropbacks.
Oh, he threw it, but I'm saying he don't go balls out with it. I be thinking like, dog, let me tell you what I thought he was doing that I thought was cool at first. is you got to get Desmond into a rhythm. He need confidence. So I was enjoying when the game started, all them quick throws.
Mm-hmm.
Just get him some completions.
And tempo
The
too. They're
fast
moving some
tempo.
tempo.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fast tempo. Like I enjoy it. Okay. Yeah. But it's like when it's on Desmond to like, okay, man, Baker's going, it's a thing. It's like I don't feel like he'd be like, man, win us the game. I think he'd still be like, oh, I'm in an awful position. And then he start outthinking himself. And if you had more faith in your court, if that was Matty Ice, you'd be like, yo, win us the game. Go ahead. If you want to audible, you can audible. If you want to go up tempo, you go up tempo, but you go win us the game. If that's a higher tier quarterback, you can put it on him. Go win us the game. I don't feel like he be trying to let Desmond do that shit. He'd be like, dog, don't lose us the game. And that's a
Yeah.
fucked up space for the quarterback to be operating on. Is don't lose it. He's scared to throw an interception.
I'm guessing that Arthur thought with the injuries to the offensive line and the fact that we were so successful with the run last game, he probably thought, well, they're gonna try to stop. They're gonna stop that this game. They're gonna fix that, even with those guys being out. My problem is you assume that before actually giving it a real shot, though. You know what I mean? Like you can't just assume it's not going to work when you have those kind of talented players back there.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got Tyler, when you've got Bijan, when you got CP, and you got, like you said, there wasn't a huge drop off that I noticed from the offensive line. I mean, at least try it, you know, before I prove. Like I said last year, I hate the excuse when people say, "Oh, well, we can't. There's 8 in the box." Man, last year there was 8 in the box every game.
Yeah.
And we still ran the ball.
Yep.
So, I mean,
every game. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. It like you said, it's just a little bit too much about thinking, man.
King Richie said Arthur Smith just needs a passing game coordinator and a real quarterback coach. That's his only problem. Yeah, I believe that. I agree with you. Twisted Tor said Ritter has to stop clutching and throw the ball, especially to players like Drake. Secondly, the long developing plays. Oh man, you sound like John now.
Crazy.
Come back to our end zone is crazy. John was infuriated about that shit yesterday.
Dude, I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, why are you doing a 7? I mean, why? I mean, I could. I swear to God, if it was that damn Yankee concept they run every game that has like worked once, why would you run that there? Like, I mean, I love to see the numbers behind it. Like, show me some stats to prove to me like this was a good option here. You know, and like I said, maybe Drake was open. That's fine. But if that's the case, like Twisted said, you can't double pump. You got just get rid of it. Or if he's not there, throw it to Bijan. Regardless, you can't stand in the end zone and do that. You've got to get rid of it.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
TP says, truthfully, I wouldn't be 100% opposed to going after Frank Reich for offensive quarterback coach. May not be the best head coach, but was good under Doug Peterson in Philly, and that's the last time he was good, buddy.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate him as an offensive coordinator. Yeah. I mean, definitely
no
not
more
head coach.
Dog, please, dog. If I see, man, let me tell you something. I don't care whose house I'm in. I'm not going through a screen door. I'm not trying to screen no calls. I don't want to have nothing to do with screen. The Falcons have they got me so pissed with the screens. Oh, just throw. And it seemed like it's never quick. It seemed like we get it, we turn the whole field know what we doing. We look and then we throw a lob, and then the dude got to sit there for a minute. Then he catch it. Then he give out 2-3 yards, and we run that. It's like our bread and butter. Oh, we screen passing everybody. We screen passing. That's all we gonna screen passing to death. Like, and it's stuff like that. When I'm saying, dog, do you have faith in the quarterback when all your throws is 4 yards, 3 yards, 2 screen pass? The Falcons are a running team. I know that there's a stat where if we run over 150, we win 20 times for 96 yards. And then with Vita and White, you got to look. Just that stat there, to me, says that you should get 5. And I don't mean that for a game. If you constantly doing that, if you know what the formula is and you go in against it and we lose, well, you got to go. King Richie said Drake ain't too slow. He's running routes. He's not supposed to be like go route. Now, that's what I caught on to, because I was saying, that dude slow, he ain't getting no separation, but that's what I caught on. He should never be on the fly. Yeah, boy, bringing a real QB coach, Jordan Palmer, or elevate Max Sharp, or hire Matty Ice. I agree with you, buddy. It's not happening. I would love it. Imagine if Matty, man, I ain't even going to start. TP, Arthur's ego has hurt us bad this season. He doesn't want to admit when he's dog. You got to cut your losses at some point. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. This is real shit. The girl I was just talking to, who I had like my last girlfriend, did me wrong in so many ways. She stole from me. She cheated on me. She put her hands on me. She was doing shit, and it eventually, no matter how much you care, you gotta cut your law. Yeah, this ain't it. And yes, but this is not working. However, you gotta cut your laws, and that's what you need to do. The plays that don't work. However, I don't care if your grandfather gave you these plays on his deathbed, and you just don't want to throw them in the way. Rip them up, man. It's time that you gotta call time of death. This shit is not working. Your play calling is not functional, bro. It's no thing against you. You're a great head coach, but you're not qualified. You're not effective in this one area. So stop.
Still haven't scored 30 points.
Yeah, still with all your dog.
You think?
How
And you
is
think?
your
You
record this?
think we'll get 30 against the Panthers? I don't.
No, I don't. Hey, dog, I'm not being funny, and I'm not, and I understand that, bro, that the shit I'm saying is far fetched. It won't happen. But he should get put up in front of the whole league and have to explain his results at the end of the season. How did you have that roster with that defense, with those players, and you got this result? You should have to explain that shit. Like, you should have to explain how you gotta go, bro. It's no excuse for that. If we win the division, bringing a new OC, QBC, and whatever. I told you, like, I think everybody, they gotta go. If we win or lose, all of them gotta go.
So
Desmond have to go. Taylor have to go. The coach have to go. The coordinator gotta go. You gotta go. Like, they gotta go. It all look bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about, man. If we if we win the division, if we still end up doing that, which I think is like a 35-ish, I think, % chance now of doing that. If we do, he's not going anywhere. I mean, like, it's just not going to happen. You would hope there'd be some changes made, like at least some of those things. Passing game coordinator, OC, something like that would be nice. But I mean, I don't. But looking at the remaining schedule, so we've got the Panthers. We've got, which, by the way, y'all, I think I said it earlier in the show, but we are doing a watch party. Be us, Big Low. I don't know if Twisted's coming or not. If you're still here, Twisted, let me know if you are or not. Big Low, pound for pound at Murph's at Galleria Center. And then I'll put the flyer up as well on YouTube. But it'll be this Sunday. We'll probably get there around 12-ish, 12:30, and the game obviously is at 1:00. So just come hang out, have some food, watch the game with us, talk it up with us. Anyway, so we got the Panthers, we got the Colts, we got the Bears, and we end the season with the Saints. The Bears just beat the shit out of the Lions yesterday by a couple of scores. Which, by the way, if Fields happen and goes off that game, then I'm just going to stay off Twitter altogether because it's going to be a nightmare.
Oh, man.
But it's going to be a nightmare. But and the Bucs have a little tougher schedule. They've got Green Bay coming up this week, which Green Bay is playing a hell of a lot better now than they are when we played them. Jordan Love's playing a lot better. So there's still a chance I'm still don't know what the Saints are doing. They beat a bad Panthers team. We better beat a damn bad Panthers team. So I mean, of these three schedules for us, the Bucs and the Saints, we quote unquote have the easiest one. I still don't like saying that, but it should be. But nothing's easy when it comes to us. So I mean, like,
we play to the level, man.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen with it, but I mean, if we happen to pull it out, then like I said, we just got to get comfortable with Art and just hope that he makes some other changes to the offense, because again, I don't know that any quarterback's going to be that much better other than just like a generational talent type of guy who can go out there and, like I said, make up stuff that's like I said, win despite some of the issues that you have from the play calling. I don't know. Yeah, Jeff, that was not from the 6-yard line.
Yeah,
can't do that, man.
Smith signed a 3-year deal. He might not be extended or resigned. I don't know how you justify it. I mean, just good faith. It would have to be just good faith. I think that you want to turn it all around next year. It would because it ain't based on shit. It ain't based on performance. Oh no, it's not. Twisted Torch said, I don't know why, because Ritter's best quarter is the fourth. It really is by far.
Yep. It's not even close.
You let him loose, like Mike said, quick passes and use Ritter's feet. You let him go in the fourth quarter. For some reason, he played better when he know he fucked up. I'm gonna tell you why he make me sick, and I'm proud of him at the same time. That's why I told you it's toxic how I feel about him. he put you in a deficit. And for that reason, I'm in this house pissed off. I'm in this house cursing up a storm, just pissed off, right? But then you see him on the sideline in like the fourth quarter, and he like, come on, yo, stay focused. We getting, and I'd be like, damn, that's what you want your coach. He ain't lost his mind. He ain't getting down. Like, that's what you want. Then he will really rally the team back. And he'll be fucking up for 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, oh, he start to look like he Lamar Jackson. Then you be like, oh, right. And then it's like, again, it's the toxic thing where you forget he inflicted your injury. So when he saved you from it, you so happy that you forget he the one put you in the situation. Like, so that's why it's like, yeah, dog, we would not be down and you wouldn't have to rally this team if you wouldn't have fucked up 3 times already. But you have to bring us back in the fourth quarter almost every game because of you and our head coach. So that's why I say the perfect visual would just be like if we tie cans to one of their cars and put just fired, and they both get fired at the same time, and they could drive off together and hit an IHOP Waffle House and talk shit about the team and be best friends. But y'all got to go together. I cannot see a scenario where one of y'all should stay. It would just have to be a good faith thing because it can't be based on no performance. You have not earned this. The quarterback has not even earned the backup position. He ain't even played that good to where you be like, he's a reliable backup.
I'd say backup.
He look like,
I'd say he could be a backup.
Man, I think he could be a third string because I wouldn't even want him to come in as a backup and throw a pick. You turn the ball over damn near every game you play. So I don't want you to be the backup. That's the last thing I need for my backup to do is to come in because somebody hurt and then turn the ball over 2 times. And you prove that you gonna do that. Like 9 times out of 10, you throwing a pick, fumbling, you gonna do something wild 9 times out of 10. And I just be like, dog, if I could bank on you fucking up, it's just so hard to root for you. And I love you, but I can almost bank on, oh, no. Dog, every time he drop back, I have the Marietta psychosis. I'm like, no. When he throw it, I'll be like, no. And then if he make the throw, I'll be like, oh, my God, I love him. But then when he miss it, I'll be like, oh, man, it's Mariota all over.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, though. You see what the Jets did to Houston yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 30-6. So, I mean, that makes that performance against the Jets look a little bit more like, okay, he didn't turn the ball over. I mean, I could have a couple times, but
anything is possible in the NFL, man. That's why I said
it really is, dude. But this was crazy. Our buddy Joe Patrick at 929 the game. He tweeted out the Desmond's rankings and adjusted EPA per quarter, right? First quarter, 29th. Second quarter, 30th. Third quarter, 29th. Fourth quarter, 3rd.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And
it's like buddy, I'm telling you, he got Matt Ryan in him. He know when the weight is on him, he is best.
And our buddy Ty, and our buddy Ty explained it really well too. He said when we have to play from behind, defenses can play softer coverage, especially in the last few drives of the game. So we aren't able to put up anything deep on them. That's why he's 3rd, taking advantage of the soft coverages in the games. Makes sense.
Well, that's probably true too. Yeah.
I mean, like the ones we've had to come back and legitimately win, though, when like the against Green Bay and stuff like that. I mean, that's legit. Now he turned and even Tampa Bay. They get that third Kyle Pitts in Tampa Bay. I mean, and that's my point, man. That's what's incredibly frustrating. Like
we almost won yesterday.
I know.
You want to be real,
like I said, but that's what drives me, and what should drive everybody insane is, man, you see these flashes, and you're like, man, like every week you see it, and then again, he just can't be complimented with the play caller. They're not doing each other. Like if he's missing the throw, it was a good play design. He misses a throw. If it's a bad play design, he may make the throw. I guess, you know what I mean? Like nothing happens succinct. It's like, God damn it. It's just frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I mean, I don't know. Amy William said they say he's staying in 2024. I mean, again, barring a just horrific end to the season, I don't see him going anywhere. Not this now. Like I said, next season for me, all bets are off. You got to win. You got to prove something. Honestly, to me, I mean,
I'm gonna be honest. I just don't know how you justify bringing him back. I don't know what the logic would be. He hasn't shown you like, oh, it's starting to pick up steam. it would like what would the logic be? It just have to be blind faith. Like I just think he gonna get it together. And if you got that in him, then you could have that for Desmond. I think he just gonna start killing next year. He's just gonna catch win and just gonna be a murdering quarterback. And I'm like, dog, to do that would have to be based on something. I would have to see a glimpse of he gonna be if he catch. And I ain't seen a glimpse in the coach or the quarterback.
I mean, if I'm Terry or Arthur Blank, I mean, first questions I'm asking him is like, okay, so we kind of hired you because of your offensive brain, you know. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to justify to me now how we let you get your quarterbacks. You picked Bijan Robinson, you picked Kyle Pitts, you picked Drake London. You've got a good offensive line. Okay, now you're going to explain to me how we haven't scored 30 points this year. And you have to explain to me why the offense took a step back. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean that's your sole, not your sole purpose for being here, but that's a big part of it, right? I mean, mm-hmm. I mean, to me, if it's, I mean, and we're fans, we're going to be more emotional on this stuff than obviously than the business side of things. But man, like if it's me, like I'm having that conversation, you know, like, and you're going to have to like sell me on why I should have this much faith in you going into next season. You know, what's your plan?
That's fair, John. That's not being a dickhead or asshole.
No, I'm just
justify me because you said if I let you buy the groceries, that you would cook us up something magnificent. So I let you buy the groceries. What happened? Oh, Dirk Cutter. It's about the thing. Yeah, he used to make me want to catch him in traffic. I used to think, man, if I run into him, what would I say? I used to really visualize running into him. That's how much King Richie said, if he stopped doing the Bijan show and running heavy, that's what I be saying. You so pressed to get this dude the ball, like you going again. You forget what he did last year. Bulldog, I think we're just one click off being a dynamic team. They got to show me that these last 4 games, Bulldog. If they show me that, I agree with you. It got to click. Going balls to the walls and trading for I mean, I'll be honest. I think if they bring them back,
doing it, but
we will draft a quarterback and we will sit him behind Dez and he'll be on Dez's ass for like if you start doing this again, then we'll get you and we'll play him. JJ, my man, what up?
What up, JJ? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, James, we are live, buddy.
It's live, of course. Only 2 QBs into the draft that will fit the mold of this team. It's Drake May. I like that name. I don't even know who that is. Drake May. He sound good. And Jaden Daniels, I heard of him. Everybody rave about him. Yeah, so, John, if you had to pick between these two, who are you picking? I don't know either one.
I mean, Drake May's been scouted by a lot of people as their quarterback 1 over Caleb Williams out of North Carolina. Jaden may fit this offense a little bit better. I mean, like, I haven't watched enough on Drake May yet. I've just seen a couple of games this year. So when we get in the offseason, I'll do a lot more, you know, watching college film and stuff like that. North Carolina.
Oh, okay. He plays North
Carolina. But Jaden Daniels just won the Heisman on Saturday, if y'all saw that or not. But I mean, like, amazing season. Yeah, I mean, but again, dude, my faith in Arthur to bring up a young quarterback is less than.
I don't think he's qualified. Yeah.
That's my whole issue with the whole thing. Is like if he's here, then
running back.
If he's here, I would rather. I hate to say it, I'd rather see a Tannehill or a Kirk Cousins if he's here, and maybe draft a young. I hate to say it, but and draft a young guy, maybe second round. You know, to come in, sit by. I don't know. Like I don't know. I mean, like Arthur's gonna have to get my faith back because like I've been wanting to do.
John texted me during the game and blew my mind. Let me tell you something. Johnny texted me during the game and he said, "Man, I'm at the point. I had enough with Drake and the coach." And I told him, I never thought I would hear you say that. He just he was Madonna on Ritter and the coach. I think you said I had enough of both of them, and I just never thought John would get to that point. So I thought it was funny. Linda said, "Mike, I'm still not sure how you feel about this." I'm telling you, like it's just Mike, you are in your Dez feeling. I understand, my man, but it's going to be okay. I don't like none of them, bro. Because here's why. I don't think y'all have hit the point yet where y'all comprehend how I comprehend that those 2 people may have just cost us our best chance at a Super Bowl that we ever had.
Not about
And
ever.
that's what I think about. That's what I think about. We got this close the last time. But just think of if we had Alex Smith for this season. Dog, we would be a 10-win game. I mean, 12 win, like 13, 14. Like, we would be talking about, well, like, oh, we going to easily win a division and we going to compete in the playoffs and we could put 30 or 35 on anybody. And we got a top 5 defense who could stop anybody. That's a Super Bowl. So when y'all like, it's all good and next year, I'm thinking you can't do that in the NFL. That ain't how football work. That's how basketball work. If you good for this year, where you for sure gonna be, that ain't football. It's not like that, bro. You could win the Super Bowl this year and be pure dog shit next year. That's how it go. So you gotta seize your moment. So when y'all was being patient, I'm patient as hell. But when I see y'all, just let him play some more games. I'm like, dog, we gonna miss the playoffs. And we about to miss the playoffs. And I hate to say I told you so, but even I can't say it because I was telling y'all Taylor gonna come in and John wanted to start his all 22 the week Taylor came.
Dude, it was so bad.
To expose
like,
that man for the backup he really is. And I love him. That's my guy.
No, it's enough for me to say if Dez would have played those 2 games, we might have won those 2 games. Like, it was bad. It was that bad. I mean, like, I mean,
that's tough. That's hard,
dude. I'm telling you, man. That Arizona game was just. I mean,
he was missing stuff.
That was missed opportunity after missed opportunity.
Yeah, very exciting. Brett Favre like player, great dude, very exciting, but just not like I thought he would step it up and try to win a starting job, and he's a backup.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I
hate to put people down like that, but he is.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, he's he was undrafted, right? Wasn't he undrafted? So I mean, yeah. And that's the thing with Ritter, man. Like, and that's just the reality of things too. Is he's a 3rd round pick. He's not going to have as long a leash as a 1st round pick.
Yeah.
If you're going to dump resources into a 1st round quarterback, you're going to give him more than 1 season to develop.
Yeah. Oh, hell
You're going to give him a couple of seasons, maybe even 3 seasons. You know what I mean? Like, look at Zach Wilson. Like, he's back out there again. Like, you're not by just kind of by necessity there, maybe a bad example, but you know what I mean? Like, you're going to give him more than 1 season.
He's back out there.
It's better than you're going to get more than just 1 season is my point. With a 3rd round quarterback, you're not going to get that kind of, you're going to have to show out big time to keep to you know what I mean? Like, you're just going to have to. So, and like I said, if it's Art, he doesn't have that. He can't sit back and be like, man, Rid, I love you, but he can't, and just ride with him again, because that's just to be his job next year. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be literally, I would think, and hope that, you're coaching for your job at this point next year if this season doesn't go well. So, I mean, that's just the reality of it. It sucks. It's not fair for Dez. It sucks.
Oh, no.
But I mean, like, that's how the business is. That's how it's dealt. I mean, like, so either you show out these last 4 games or.
What's funny is I'm pondering who is the person who thinks it ain't fair to them. Like, is the coach like, it's unfair to me that I'm stuck with him because he's not doing what I thought he would. Is he like, dog, if I didn't have this coach, I wouldn't be getting like, I wonder how they feel in their heart.
They're both saying that.
We are going the veteran route. I'm telling you, we need Russell Wilson for hype. We need Kyle Murray or Jay Field. I'm gonna tell you something. I will never go against Russell Wilson. Before he went to Denver, to me, he was the best quarterback in the NFL, except for Pat Mahomes. You really forget. He just struggled over there. You remember when he was with Seattle? He been good since he came in. And I mean, amazing. He can hit every throw. He can do everything. I'm never dragging Russell Wilson. He just he's struggling over there. But who knows how he could be over here. I would love Russell Wilson. And you talk about person, that's a great A human.
He's kind of turned it around too. Like that. They could look there. They're not there a game behind KC right now.
Yeah. Russell Wilson was getting dragged because he got to learn a whole new offense. But if you pay attention, Matt Ryan, we love Matt Ryan. He used to struggle year 1 every time. Always. That's any quarterback. So he looked trash and everybody dragged him. But Russell Wilson to me was number 2 behind Pat Mahomes for a long time. So he's just struggling because he's trying to learn a whole new offense.
Yep. Gabriel said Caleb is the only guy I could see us drafting that would be Arthur proof. That's
I don't think nobody Arthur proof.
I mean, because Caleb
if
can
we
just
had Pat Mahomes, he'll do some dumb.
That's the closest thing. That's the closest thing. The closest college thing is Caleb Williams to Pat Mahomes because he will do.
Now you're talking. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he'll do some just off the script like 360, 540, throw a sidearm. Like he's got some ability to him. But I mean, like I don't. Yeah,
I'm gonna YouTube him all day tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll see some crazy shit.
Of football when games might cover up bad plays during the game. The defense, yeah, the 3 plays, yeah. But all great teams overcome this. I'm gonna be honest, Blue Dog. I don't know that you can overcome your quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't know that you can overcome because Trent Dilfer was even competent. He wasn't turning the ball over. If your quarterback is turning the ball over 2-3 times a game, you have to be because we got a top defense and we can't overcome 3 turnovers a game.
Yeah,
we can't lose a lot, buddy. We really
would have had.
We don't overcome, but we could with 1 less turnover per game. Just so whoever said if we tweak one thing, it could have been you too, Bulldog. Like if we tweak one thing, 1 less turnover game, and we win in the games.
Yeah, and he had the one pick. I forgot who it might have been Winfield that was overturned by illegal hands to the face. So that was a pick that was overturned. Then the one for KJ Britt that KJ didn't catch. Like he was he thought he was looking him off, but KJ didn't move.
Yeah.
Then he just blindly throws the ball right to where KJ was. So, and that's just young quarterback stuff, man. Yeah. And that's just, like I said, that's stuff that, for better or worse, like he's got to ramp it up, and whether he can or not, that's going to decide what happens, It's like in this, because those plays during the game matter, It's like and that's just what's frustrating because you'll see really, really good stretches and you'll see like, I forgot, it might have been Jeff said, 5-6 plays in the game. It's just like, dude, what? Why? You know what I mean? Like and then those come back to haunt you at the end of the game, So, but like Boudreaux said, man, it's a team game, man. It's like every phase has got to work together, and it just seems like we're snake bitten. It's like Koo misses 2 field goals very uncharacteristically that we would have won if he hadn't have missed, and then. I don't know. It's just it seems like it can never come together. We're still waiting for that one game where it just all comes together.
It hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's 4 games left and we ain't seen that. That's wow.
Yeah, it is, man. But we've got the good. I guess the silver lining is we got the Panthers this week. The Bucs have the Green Bay Packers, so we could be right back in first again if we take care of our business and we can get a little help from Green Bay. I don't. How do you see these last 4 games? Truthfully, so we got Panthers, Colts, Bears,
man,
Saints.
In my mind, I can never admit that we're gonna lose. My thing is it'll click and we'll run the table. But what I'm prepared for is for us to shit the bed and win 1 out of the last 4 games and infuriate the fan base. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's like having, I would say, like, just say if you had like Kobe Bryant, but you knew he was Kobe Bryant. You knew he was Kobe. He played like Kobe, like you knew he was capable of that. But every time he was playing, his like temper would go. He would throw the ball at somebody's head and he would like get ejected. And you could almost count on that too. Like, man, he gonna lose at some point. I just hope he don't fuck it up because he have to play so we win. I feel like that against Atlanta. I mean, I feel like that about my team. Like, damn, I went out for sure. Let's go. I'm telling you, like, I feel like that about my team. Like, they can win and beat anybody. We could beat the Chiefs. I believe with all my heart that we could beat the Eagles. I really believe that we could beat the Cowboys. I believe that we could beat San Francisco. I believe these things. But it's almost like as much as I believe that, I know my head coach is guaranteed to do some dumb shit during that game. It's guaranteed. It's gonna happen. And my quarterback is guaranteed to turn it over at least once or twice. So if we can win in spite of that, and you can't in the playoffs. It's no in spite of winning the playoffs. You can win in spite in the regular season. When you get in the playoffs, you turn it over twice, you lost. If your head coach stupid, well, you lost. You know what I'm saying? So there's no you playing against the best of the best. They didn't come to fuck around. So I am always gonna say, with the skill set we got with my head coach and my quarterback, I believe at some point it's like that screen door. Here's what I've been trying to say all season, and I couldn't think of it. You know that screen door that got the wheels that it got to be on a specific track so it roll. I be feeling like the whole year as we doing this, I feel like it gotta go into that groove. At least it got to. So I feel like the last 4, it have to at least go into there once, and we be like, oh shit, oh it caught
There
on.
it
And I
is.
feel like we do that. It have to. And we just, where's this thing at? It don't go nowhere. I feel like if one of them thrusts, they gotta go click, and we like, oh here you go. And I feel like it has to happen. So I feel like the last 4 games, it has to happen. But then again, I'm the one to say what happened in 6 games. Then I say it happened in 5 games. And 4, it's just like the skit I did when I was like, we gonna win out. We gonna win these last 5. No, we gonna win these last 4. No, we gonna win these last 3. And I'm gonna do that until we get to 1, and then I'm gonna be furious and crying. So yes, I think I'm gonna always say that we gonna win out. But my team is very capable of shitting all over this bed and infuriating the fan base. They're very capable just of doing what they did Sunday. But they are very capable of putting that thing in that screen. I want everybody to hear me good. They are very capable of getting that screen door inside that track and beating the shit out of these last 4 teams and going to the playoffs and being dominant. Very possible.
They are.
They are very possible. And see, here's why I hate them, but I love them. That could happen. That's probable, not possible. It's just as probable that we lose all 4 games and the head coach get fired and the quarterback get fired, and we all man. It's just as likely. That's why I said, dog, you never know. Being a Falcons fan is the greatest experience on earth, man. It teaches you emotional discipline.
It really does. Yeah, I mean, my expectation level's pretty much gone. So like I mean, it is what it is, dude. Like, I mean, like I said, when I said, and if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't watched the 10 stages of Falcons Fandom that Mike did, and it's brilliant, go watch it. It's on our YouTube page. Stage 9 is acceptance. And that's where I'm at. Like, I accept, like you just said, that Art is going to do some dumb shit every game because it's happened every game. I just expect it. Dez more than likely was going to turn over once, maybe twice. I mean, it doesn't happen always. I'll give him, like I said, it didn't happen in the Jets game. I'll give him that. I don't think, right? Am I not missing? He didn't turn it over in the Jets game, did he? So, Houston game, I don't think he did, right? We were there. Do you remember
the Houston game? I forgot. He played excellent. I don't even care if he turned it over. He played excellent.
He did. He played really good that game.
That was his best one.
So I'm not. Yeah, I won't say that. I mean, but those are things I expect. I expect some just dumb shit that happen to us. It seems to happen almost every week that, we kick ourselves in the, we can't get out of our own way sometimes. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that I hope to hell that we win these last 4 games. I mean, I know some folks don't even care. They don't want to make the playoffs because they don't want to get embarrassed or whatever. I want these young guys who are going to be here next year, regardless. Like I want them to have that experience. I want them to get in the playoffs. And I mean, I hopefully compete, if not win the first game, at least compete your asses off. You know what I mean? And that if we win out, then you're gonna roll into the playoffs with a ton of confidence, and you don't know what can happen at that point.
You don't know.
If you limp in, then you never know. You know what I mean? Like, but if you roll in with a ton of confidence, even 3-1 to me would be like, okay, shit, we got it. So yeah, my heart wants to go 4-0. I mean, my brain's probably like, 2-2, probably. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, but like I said, I'm. I just is what it is, man. I want it like you said. I want to see them just put it together, man. I want to see Art call a good game. I want to see Dez play a turnover-free game and play free. And like, I want to see Art put him in the best position to be successful. Maybe not try to force some of these things that just aren't working. You know what I mean? Like, that's just all we want to see, and we haven't seen it. So, that's just kind of where I'm at with it. But and what King Richie said, because of what John just said, I don't see him getting rid of Ritter because this is his first year in the system. He's going to struggle. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, just with him being the 3rd round, there's not as much investment in him. So there's not like
Bryce.
He can stick around.
Yeah. So I'm saying, man, Bryce, he could struggle all of this season, look horrible, and even next season, and they will give him a 3rd one. because it's Bryce Young. It's what they invested. When you got a third rounder, it's like
you're paying $1
the
million.
leap is too short. Yeah,
You're paying him $1 million. You know, and like so if we go a different route and go a quarterback next year, Ritter will more than likely be our backup at $1 million. Taylor will probably be cut because we're not paying him what, $10 million.
Yeah.
It'd be a hell no.
Yeah,
Like that ain't
no,
happening.
no.
Like good for you, Taylor. You got some cash this
Yeah,
year to do
love
what
you,
you
buddy.
did. But hey, man, hey, you know, go on now. But then probably Logan Woodside's our third guy. So you know, that's just
love
kind of
Logan, man. He just there in case you know that glass break in case of emergency. That's all Logan is. He'll never play just in case. Case shit.
And we'll end it
boy,
on this,
turn
man.
around with the full off season. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Absolutely.
If we get I'm gonna be honest. If they brought Arthur back and they brought Desmond back as the backup, and they went out and got Kirk Cousins or whoever, or they even drafted somebody, it's very possible they both look drastically different in a year. And I mean the coach and the quarterback. It's very possible. Like I said, it clicked. Like, man, I didn't understand all the play. I was learning on the go. Now I got to sit. Now I get it. So I'm playing now I'm confident. And I tell you, that man is night and day when he's confident. When he hesitating, you're sacked. And you're sacked. As Johnny Yates was saying. Like when he pumping it, nah. But when he confident, that man got a rocket launcher attached to his shoulder, man. And he can run. And he tough. What can he do? He can make all the and at that price point. Oh, come on, Dave. King Richie said the investment is they don't have to pay a third rounder a big contract to extend them. I don't know. I can see it. Yeah,
that's the dream, dude. That's the dream. That's what we've been hoping for all season. Is that he just is like, oh shit, this is definitely the guy.
Spots.
But
you got Tyler and Bijan on the same team with Kyle Pitts and Drake London, all at the same time on the same offense. With Chris Lindstrom. If I just told you, if I didn't even tell you the team, I just told you that all those players was on the same offense, you would be like, that's them. Hoo-wee. And when you be like, well, we haven't scored 30 once, you would be like, ooh-wee. How could we turn? So we could turn
no,
it
on. No. And I think I mean the defense should just get stronger. You're going to go out and likely draft, or if not sign, a pass rusher, a good pass rusher, I hope, and sure that up. You know, you're going to build depth there. You're going to get better there. You're going to get Troy back, see how he's going to be fitting in this defense now. So I mean,
Grady back.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so it's you know, I can see the defense getting better even, and the offense. Yeah, I honestly, I mean, it can really only go up because we haven't. I don't think we've even scratched the surface yet, dude. I mean, like I said, we can't score 30 points, man.
No.
I mean, like, so we got to go up. We have to go up. We don't have a choice to.
We going up. We going undefeated.
Yeah.
Ritter hasn't proved to me yet that he can start next year. QBR 40%. Ooh. And in his 15 total starts, he has 3,076 yards. 11 passing touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He doesn't that's not starting stat. My man Aaron said another thing I hate with Ritter, that he is great against the blitz, but he can't stay in the clean pocket and let plays develop. But he decides to run. I told you he like better when he know it's coming. He know I'm about to get eaten live. He throw a perfect ball every time. It's like he do well under pressure, but when it's like Arthur. It's like if it's too easy, he'll make it complex. I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna be best friends. They're gonna go fishing together. I'm telling you, they'll be fine. I think we run more 4-3 next year when everybody get back. I'm gonna tell you why.
I do that.
I hate to even talk like this. Do you remember the Vikings did this when they were so close? If we just tweak one thing, we'll go to the Super Bowl. Then they never. You can't do that in the NFL. It's not like you would think. Like, oh, we just going next year. We add this, tweak this. It could be a whole nother thing. That's why you never know. You got to seize the moment when you got it, and you know. Oh, you got to seize it.
Yeah,
I hate
and the defense.
I know that's irrelevant, but that's what I mean when I say when you in that moment, you cannot mess those moments up. And I love Freeman; he shouldn't have missed that block, but you cannot miss these. When you in that space, you gotta get it when it's there. It's right in front of you. You can't fumble that.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, defensively, I don't see Richie coming back. I don't see a reason.
Nah.
So some of
I
those
hate
three
people-
safety
I hate
looks,
people that talk like this.
some of those three safety looks may not happen next year because we won't
Yeah.
necessarily need
Oh, they
to.
won't. Yeah.
But I mean, depending on how Helms is, and I mean, Frank Clark keeps on proving he needs more field time. So he proves that. I mean, like still of the draft, dude. I mean, when we were going through the draft process, I think you and I said if we got him in the second round, we'd be happy. We put him as a second round grade, and that motherfucker came in the fourth. So you talking about just a steal, man, like all day.
But you could tell by that he came from the fourth. He hungry, like my man Aaron said. I'm still waiting on Ryan Nielsen to announce Clark Phillips, and he will be. I'm gonna tell you what's hilarious is I don't think nobody thought that. Like he always like he'll be in the slot somewhere here, but ain't nobody really thinking he's not gonna be that good to where he could be permanently over there. Clark may be that good.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so we'll end it there, man. We like I said, we've got 4 games left, man, and we just got to hope for the best and pull for our guys, man. Hopefully, like I said, whoever hopefully we get some guys back. They said Street's injury was more of a pec than a shoulder, and may not have been as serious as they thought. So hopefully he's back this week. I think Art said there's a really good chance that Jake and Listrom, I think Chris said he was fine after the game. He said his ankle just got rolled up on him. He was okay. But I think he said there's a good chance that they play. They're still monitoring, I think, Landman. So and Okuda as well. So we'll see how that. But again, I'm not Clark out there. I feel okay, especially with the weapons that Carolina does not have. I'm just fine with those guys being out there. But yeah, I'm. Wait, hang on. No, man, we're not tanking.
No,
unless it happens on its own. Then I mean, I don't want to intentionally do it. But yeah, like I said,
they'll tank on their own. Trying as hard as they can, they'll tank.
Yeah, I don't want to. I can't root for them to lose, man. Yeah, I mean, like I said, and as far as the preview show for the Panthers, I don't know what we're going to do quite yet because again, my schedule's kind of weird this week with Liam's concert again and baseball practice. So we may end up doing just a show. We may just post, not a live. We may just do our preview show and post it depending on how our schedules line up this week. But either way, we'll have a show at some point. So just keep your eyes kind of on the channel and on the socials for that. But like I said, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. We're not going to, like I said, we don't want to sugarcoat things. We don't want to come in and just be completely down or anything like that. But it's like we have to talk about some of these things, man. I mean, we have to talk about the reality of the team, the reality of the coach, the quarterback. I mean, this kind of is what it is, like if we came on here and just was throwing flowers left and right and just ignoring all the issues, that'd be kind of just dumb of us to do, especially considering we're both 41 and been around seeing a lot of Falcons football over the years. And just, it is what it is. So, like I said, some good stuff came out of the game. Unfortunately, not the best thing came out of the game of us winning the game. But like I said, man, looking forward, beat the Panthers. That's first and foremost. If we lose the Panthers, I don't even know. But we got to beat them and then just go on one game after that, man. And like I said, hope that Green Bay can go out there and take care of Tampa Bay. TTA said no need to tank. We'll be quality top 10 position.
Yeah. That's why it really is no need for it without the
Yeah, you don't know what to expect. But and y'all can look forward. I will have the all 22. I'm going to do it this week, and I don't think I'm going to make it as long. I mean, we know the defense did well. Clearly, I may put a few defensive plays in there, but I got to make it shorter just for my own time purposes. So I'll do definitely the offense again to see kind of where we missed on that one and where the good stuff was and where the bad stuff was. And but yeah, y'all look for that. And I should have it out by Thursday, I think, at the latest. But and thank y'all for watching the Jets one. Was it Jets? No, it wasn't the Jets. What was the last one?
The one we just played was
it Jets, wasn't it? Yeah, Jets. Jets. Yeah. See, I do too much shit. I can't even think.
Yeah. So it's all blending together.
Which, dude, by the way, we listen to, we always watch or listen to the show back so we can kind of like I said, we would to kind of self scout. And I was just off that last show, but I give myself a C- on the last show.
Oh man, dog. There's only one show we ever did, and I won't even say the show because I don't want to point it out to anybody. I thought it was fucking awful when I played it back. And I think John will tell you, like every show, I'd be like, yo, we
Well, that was
crushed
good.
one
That was a
of
great
them.
show.
I played it. It was recent too. I played it back and said that shit was horrific, and it was my fault. It was mostly my fault. So I was
See, I
off.
didn't. Well, see, I didn't even. I wouldn't have.
I was
Yeah,
off. I don't want
I,
to point it out to nobody, but I was thinking to myself like that. I butchered, like I
I
messed that up.
think you're probably harder on yourself. But I mean, like, because we are, But like,
Yeah.
thanks, hey, Bulldog, appreciate that. B plus, thanks, man.
B+.
But no, dude, it was one of those days, like we were. I was rushing to get home.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get everything set up. You know what I mean? I didn't have my normal time to kind of like get my thoughts together and kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
piece. So it was like I don't know. I felt off during the show, and
Mm-hmm.
then like I could not string together everything I wanted.
Some of these
It's
shows, like I'm
just
surprised, but I've done about 20 shows, like in total, where I was completely out of it. Like I hadn't slept in a day or two. Like I was completely out of my mind, and I still did the show, and I still thought it turned out great. But you could probably tell you were looking like this dude is half. I think it was whoever that was said that, like, dog, go to sleep. Because I probably went like this.
well, if you listen, you can always
Yeah.
tell because you talk slower.
Yeah, I talk
It's like
way
it's a
slower,
dead
and it's
giveaway.
no
Yeah,
energy. If you
it's a
see
dead
me
giveaway.
just bland monotone, if I'm just like, yeah, man, because what we need to do, that mean I am out of it. I am my brain is not even all turned on.
That's right.
But let's before we got out of here today, I wanted to do something special. I feel like three things. One, so just give me a few minutes of your time, please. One, I think it's just a funny story, real quick. That I was online. I never feel old. I never felt old in my life. Today I was online and a girl, what you call that, inboxed me something, and I don't know what she's saying. I can understand it, but I don't understand. So I just responded, and the girl is asking me, "Well, you're not gonna say nothing about what I just said." So I go to what she just said, and I'm like, I don't even know. So I'm just ignoring and keep going. And the girl is getting pissed. So I'm thinking, like, what is? Let me just so I go in what she said, and I don't know what it's like a 3-letter thing that she put together. I don't know what they mean. So I had to Google it. Like, what does this mean? And the girl was telling me, uh, if you can imagine what she was saying. And I didn't know. That completely went over my head. So I'm saying, like, y'all gotta know if they grouped them little young BCK. You can't just ignore that shit because that shit means something. Like, you gotta Google that shit, what it mean. I had to Google, like, oh, I didn't even know she was flirting. It went completely over my head. So that was hilarious. Two, I just wanna say this. If I told you, if you live in an apartment or subdivision, and I told you that somebody in your subdivision or somebody in your apartment complex was suspected of terrorism, and because of that, they were about to drop a bomb on your entire complex, would that be cool with you? They're gonna drop a bomb on your whole, they're gonna just splat the whole thing. A lot of y'all would not be cool with that, but y'all cool with that if it's not you. You're perfectly fine with that if it's not happening to you. But who cares? Just bomb. And that's wrong. That's wrong. No matter who that is, that's wrong. There's one person over there and there's 200 people around that. You don't do that. That's wrong on every level. I want to say that, number two. And third, I want to give a few moments to a very special person that I really want to do this. Her name is Dana Elmore. All right, DanaElmore. Dana Elmore, you are a piece of shit. So let me start there. You are a grade A piece of shit. I don't hate anybody. I love everybody. I love gay people. I don't care what your religion is, white, black. I could care less. I love everybody. I'm cool with everybody. There's one group of people I hate with a passion. And it's the group of people, if I ever see you attacking a person that can't defend themselves, I don't care if it's a pet. I hate people that hurt dogs because the dog can't block his face. So if you kicking a dog, he can't block. In the same way, if somebody is like elderly and you fucking with them and they can't block your attack, I be thinking it's a special place for you. And the person I just named is a police officer in Alabama. I was sent a tape of her tasing a person that had his hands behind his back who was already handcuffed. And let me tell you something, man. Nothing fucking infuriates me like that. I don't care if it's a cop. I don't care if it's white, black, whatever. If it was a black person doing it too, I don't care. When somebody is defenseless, bro, and you ramping it up, I don't care if it's a girl, guy, stronger, bigger, I don't care. The person that is defenseless, when you doing that shit to them out of your own power, out of your own ego, you reap what you sow. And I gotta be careful because of the trouble that I'm in. So I can't say the wrong thing on here, but I'm gonna tell you this. Whatever job you have that affords you power and privilege, you must comprehend that you won't always have that job. So you need to be very careful of how you move when you are in that position. I've been to jail. If y'all knew the shit that's happening inside the jail, how the people are getting treated in jail, it'll blow your mind. Them people will throw your food in your face. I'm talking about the guards. They will throw your food on you. Them people will spit in your face. Them people will punch you in your face. But no, if you said the wrong thing. And I've had so many experiences with police who just is power tripping. But it's cool if I got my hands free because I can block it. But when somebody's handcuffed or they're subdued already and you continue to inflict force or punishment, you are wrong in every way you can imagine it being wrong. And I don't care that that's the police. I don't care who that is. I don't care about the skin color. I don't care if it was black on black or white on white. You did fucking wrong. You do not tase somebody that is handcuffed. It's no need for it. He was laying on the car already. The man is subdued. Now he's crying as she tases. No. And she's continuing to do this thing. Yeah, I said it was a woman. And I'm not saying.
I think she said, "Do you want it some more?" Something like that. Or do you want it again? I think that's what she kept saying.
Yeah. Shit. And I'm thinking like it's an ego boost for you being a smaller person to have a big person crying out because you inflected. It's probably a rush. Like, yeah, I'm the woman or I'm the man or you feel like that. And all I'm telling you is you reap what you sow when you do shit like that. And it's very serious consequences for shit like that. You don't do shit like that to people because everybody ain't playing and we all don't play by the same rules and we all don't have the same standards for shit. And my father taught me some shit about bullies. He said, let me tell you why you should never bully a person. Because here's what bullies do. Is you bully person one and you get away with it and you get emboldened and you go to 2 and you get away with it. You get more emboldened and you go to 3 and you get all the way to 9. And you feel like, yeah, man, shit, everybody's scared of me because they know better. Until you get to 10. And that's why you don't bully. Because 10, some shit happened to your children. 10 backfire on your ass, and then you end up trick bag. That's why you don't just go fucking with people for no reason. And I'm sick of this shit. And this ain't a race thing. It's a police thing. Because I've seen black turn this shit to black. I've seen that on tape. I've seen white do it to white. So this ain't, again, got shit to do with race. I hate people that inflict punishment on people that cannot block or defend themselves. I don't care who you do it to. If you hitting on a baby, you wrong. If you're hitting a dog, you wrong. You hitting a cat, you wrong. You hitting a child. If you're going too far with that, you wrong. If somebody's your grandmother, so you're doing that, you wrong because they can't defend themselves. Now, if you feel like fucking fighting, then you let them fucking fight. Then you take this shit off so it's fair, and then we see how fucking tough we all are when it's even. But it's not even to handcuff somebody and fucking taser them while they bent over screaming for you to stop. It's over. He's subdued. So why the fuck would you continue that? You a fucking scumbag, and I hope you get whatever you got coming to you. And I mean that, whatever the fuck you got coming to you. I hope you go to jail for the rest of your life and you have a hard time in jail. And I'm going to stop it there because I say some shit that'll get me in trouble, and I'm already in trouble with the police. So I'm going to leave it there. But I'm going to just say that, man, that shit is despicable. It's deplorable. And if you hurt family or you hurt cousins or you hurt coworkers, man, y'all need to turn y'all back on that shit and stop condoning shit because the person in your family, oh, it's cool because it's my cousin. Well, it's my mom, so it's acceptable. Or it's my aunt, so I mean, I give her a pat. I'm still her friend. I ain't nobody friend to do that shit. If you my homeboy and you out here hurting people for no reason, I ain't your homeboy no more. If you out here inflicting pain and you robbing and hurting people just for fun, nah, me and you are not cool. And I'm not cool with nobody to do shit like that. And I don't care what color you is. You don't do shit like that. It's one group of people Mike hate. And that's people. I said that on this podcast before because I've had it happen to me. Man, don't you touch me don't you put your fucking hands on me if I can't block. I can guarantee you that shit. I'm not letting it go. So don't do that shit to nobody. That's wrong, man. And I think, bro, if to be a police officer is a privilege. That's a privilege, man. It ain't nothing to abuse. And I'm going to say this and get my right. And too many of y'all do that, man. Half the people in jail are in jail for contempt of cop. Man, I said something back. He ain't like my attitude. He felt like I should have shut up. And I kept asking questions. If you black, you know just what I'm talking about. If you even ask a question, man, shut up. And that's all she was doing. That's all that lady was doing. I thought that was wrong as shit. It was fucking disgusting. Dana Elmore, you a fucking scumbag. And that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to leave. I ain't got no hate for Desmond Ritter or Arthur Smith. I got a bunch for you. And any cop that's agreeing with her, any judge that think that shit was cool, or any person that think that shit was cool. Bro, this is not a race thing. It's a defenseless thing. You do not do that. We got a rule in football called you don't hit a defenseless player. That's not right. I can't see you coming. It's not fair. It's not fair. That's the same way if you in the club or something, somebody just step up in like the back of you and swing a punch while you not looking. But that's why we call it a sucker punch. He a fucking sucker. He just did some sucker shit. If he wanted to fight me, he could have tapped me on my shoulder, turned me around. He ain't really want to fight me. He wanted to punch me and run. And if that man didn't have them handcuffs on and you wasn't in your uniform, you wouldn't have wanted to fight that man. But you know why you wanted to fight. And I know why you done that. And I don't even want to get into that because that ain't this platform for that. But I will say that, young, any person, man, y'all don't condone nothing like that. And I mean, none of y'all do not condone that shit. I will block your ass on all platforms and spend 5 minutes on your ass. Man, that shit ain't funny to me. It's not a joke, and it don't have nothing to do with race. So it shouldn't even be, she was white and he was, that's none. It's a defenseless thing. You don't fucking do that. So I'm sorry for going off that, but that shit infuriated me when I sent it, and it was actually sent to me by a friend of the dude.
Damn, really?
Yeah, she sent it to me. She asked me to do it, and I wasn't gonna do it. I watched it 20 times, and I was getting more mad every time. Then I didn't want to do it because if I say the wrong thing, then I'm already in this in a bad space with the police right now. They probably watching this, waiting on me to say something dumb so they can send my ass to jail for 40 years. I'm not that stupid, but I will say this, man, that shit is deplorable. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you better remember, no matter what job you got, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna get ready to go say something. I'll just say, I'm gonna leave it because I'm gonna take this off the rails. But yeah, y'all don't condone that, please, man. It's one rule in this world, and that's you treat everybody how you want to be treated. Would you like that for your son? How about your daughter or your cousin or your mom? Just treat everybody the same way that you would want them to treat your grandma. Treat everybody like that, no matter if they black, white, they young, they defenseless. What is with y'all being predatory if a person is defenseless? That's not, I don't care if the person is defenseless because I'm not a predator. I'm not going to wear, if he's defenseless, I'm gonna be a predator. But if he could fight me back, I don't want it. We not doing that. And please, I beg of y'all, don't condone that, man. We all need to treat each other better, but do not side with nobody that's doing that to nobody. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they're your homeboy. I don't care if they're in your family. That's fucking wrong. When a person is subdued and defenseless, if they elderly, if they are animal, if they a child, if they black, if they white, if they handicapped, you don't do that. You stop. The same way if you fighting, you already wanting to fight, you don't step on somebody who's knocked out. You don't stomp somebody who's asleep and snoring on the ground. You don't do it. You already won. So I didn't mean to turn this part, and I always say this. I'm not going to turn my podcast into a social forum. So don't ask me to speak on everything because that's not my place. But when that defenseless shit, I'm to call out every time. When somebody's defenseless and you doing that, young, you deserve to get the same shit you just did, and see how you like it when your ass is handcuffed. My father told me something again when I was little. He said the worst position you ever want to be in is getting punched on when you can't block your face, or getting assaulted when you can't even block. And it really is the worst position you can imagine. So please don't condone that, and don't just side because it's the police. Well, I always side with the police. No, you have a discernible brain. So you can go on a case-by-case basis and see if something is wrong or right. You can use your common sense as an adult. And common sense tell me, without getting into your race, that when you're doing something to somebody who's handcuffed and subdued, your ass is wrong. So that's all I wanted to say. Dana Elmore, you're a fucking scumbag. I hope you go to jail. And she's on paid administrative leave. Fucking scumbag. Fuck you.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Johnny Yates, but fuck you all from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you. Sorry about that. Now let's continue the show. Rise up. Hey, man, I hope we go out and we win out and we go to the playoffs and we have a great game. But
this shit had me laughing.
Dog, I just really that infuriates me like no other. So I'm sorry to go off on that. I will not turn our podcast into a social thing, but just that one thing got under my skin. I felt like y'all all should know that lady's name. Y'all all should complain about her. She should not be allowed to be a police officer. She should not be allowed to. She should be a Walmart at the person in the front, like the greeter. That's the only job she qualified for. You are not qualified to be on the earth with the rest of us. You need to be in jail with the fucking animals, because that's what the fuck you are.
I got nothing to add. I think you said it all.
Man, that's it. And
this shit from Boodog's hilarious. This should make you laugh.
Boodog said, Mike, why do you remind me of a pimp named Slipback? That's hilarious. Nah, dog, I don't like, I'm all, Linda said, who do you think would make a good head coach for next year? Not Dana Elmore. Anybody but Dana. Like,
I'm not even
in who I really want as the head coach. Dan Reeves. I think he would have done excellent, but he's passed on. But
yeah, that's not.
I wouldn't mind Bill Cowher. Yeah. I would love to bring Bill Cowher or Mike Tomlin to be the head coach.
Mike Tomlin would be interesting.
Love Mike Tomlin. I think he'd be a great Falcons coach.
Yeah, if Pittsburgh decided to, that'd be crazy. I don't know. I mean, I still think that Art's coming back.
John,
but
I do have a question for you, John. If who did I ask it to? That was Dave. Dave said, he up there. He said, man, that he thought the New England Patriots had kind of outgrown Bill Belichick, right?
Yeah.
If Bill Belichick did say, I think I outstayed my time, I'm gonna go ahead. But then he said, damn, with all the talent that team got, and they offered him the money. He wanted to come here. Would you be excited, or would you feel like, no, you probably just need to ride off into the sunset, Bill? Or would you be through the moon like, we going to the Super Bowl because Bill here?
No, I'd say go ahead and ride off.
Oh, shit, sir, I was not expecting that. Why you say that? Hey, dog, I was not expecting you to say that, Johnny Yates. Why you say that?
I don't know. I don't think that. I think the game may have passed him by a little bit. I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know. I don't know that his. I don't know that his that. Like, I don't know if that works now. You know what I mean? Like that type of mentality. Like without Tom there to really kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I especially after this locker room we have right here with Art and Dave and like Ryan. I mean, like, I don't know that would. I don't know. Too old. I don't know. But
Johnny Yates giving Bill Belichick the foot in the ass. Woo!
I mean, now Mike Tomlin. Now I'll be interested Mike possibly, Tomlin, but yeah. I mean, there's.
You would like Tomlin over Belichick if you could pick.
I would. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
I would. Bill, I mean, he hadn't done shit since Brady left.
Nah, you right. We ain't
I
done
mean,
nothing, like literally nothing.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. But other than that, I mean, I'll have to wait and see what candidates come open because there's always going to be that the hot young offensive guys are going to be up for jobs, the
Every
hot young
year.
defensive guys are going to be up for jobs, and then
So
there'll
hold
be
on, y'all.
some
So
yeah.
here's one I got for you. Out of all the coaches in the league, if you could just take one, if you could pluck one, it's not he leaving the team. If you could pluck one, who you pluck? Because I think I know who you're gonna say, and it's gonna infuriate everybody.
Oh yeah,
Kyle,
I think absolutely.
Kyle, don't you ever bring that man back in the Kyle?
That's it is infuriating because he's figured it out. Like I mean, like he's got it rolling, man. I mean, granted, now look, I mean, I'm taking Purdy over Ritter. I'm taking Debo Samuel. I love you, CP. I'm taking Debo over CP.
Yeah.
I'm taking Christian McCaffrey probably over Bijan.
Ooh.
I'm taking Ayuk probably over London. So like, look, there's 5 guys that.
Damn, Johnny Yates trading the whole team.
No, I'm just saying like that's what he's working with though.
Yeah, no,
because folks always say like, what would Shanahan do with this? Like, I don't know that he'd be that dominant because those are elite. Now Purdy, I wouldn't say yet, but I mean he's playing like an elite type of dude. Yeah. But I mean, like CP was Debo some years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like now, like but that's just But yeah, I mean,
Yates said, Kyle Shanahan, please get in John's comments on Twitter. Get John for this when y'all hear this. John said, "Bring Kyle Shanahan back." Look at Liam. He said, "You're crazy."
Tell me why.
That traitorous blasphemy, Johnny.
You're gonna be a number one seed, and but
we will be the number one offense in the NFL.
Dude, look, we'd be in so much better position offensively. Yeah. It would even be funny. I mean, and then like the defense we already have. I mean, yeah. I mean, what about you? Is there a guy you have in mind?
Man, I'm going to Rams head coach. Like
Sean McVay.
Oh my God, I'm just going him because I feel like I don't know. I just respect that dude. I think if you gave him the pieces, I think he could do what Kyle does. But Kyle turned me off. So Bulldog said, "Hey John, have you been working on that tent situation on the All-22?" What are they talking about?
Yeah, so when I pause it makes it like
darker a little bit.
Darkens the screen a little bit. So so dude, I can't remember I shout out his name. He posted on he's on our last 22. I didn't know this, but I can pause and unpause with the space bar. And I think it won't do that. It'll stay bright the whole time.
I gotta see that.
So I think that's and I'm glad he said that because again, I'm old and I've never done this before. So like, if anybody has any, I'm open to any type of recommendation that's out there. So like I'll be just fine taking that. Or I mean, I was just fine doing the space bar. We should be good to go. Yeah.
Dog, I do that with bro. They help me do everything on the internet. Every question. How do you do this? And they help me. Gotta help me do everything.
I had no idea. I hate the space bar. Like I tried it earlier. I was like, oh shit, this works. It'll pause, unpause, and then keeps it without. So that should be a lot better. Yeah, and Liam is very upset with me. He says CMC gets hurt too much and Bijan's even jukebox. That's the only day. I give you that. Like CMC does, and I'm not saying like he's that much better. I'm just saying like you watch CMC, and then it could be a contributed to the offense as well, the offensive line or something like that. Yeah, I mean, like, so I'm not saying it's that much. I mean, they're right there. That's the closest of those comparisons that I would probably, you can't go wrong either way. Let's put it that way. Hey, I appreciate that, Bulldog. And
it's still dope. My bad, CMC.
It's really, really close. So, but anyway, all right, guys, we spent 2 hours here talking, so we're going to get some dinner ourselves and call it a night. But yeah, like I said, we'll just look out for the preview on the Panthers game, and like I said, I'll have the All-22 hopefully by Thursday, and we should be good to go, man. So as always, guys, you can follow us here on Twitter or X or whatever. I still call it Twitter, but out of your effing mind on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, out of your Falcon mind. If you could like the video, that'd be great. Help it get the likes up. Share it. Subscribe if you haven't already, man. Helps us get to more Falcons fans. And we appreciate y'all for hanging with us tonight in the chat. Appreciate y'all as always for coming and chilling. And like I said, if you're listening to us on the podcast platform, drop us 5-star review so we can keep growing there. And that's it, man. So, Mike, good show, buddy. And
man, we absolutely love y'all, man. Again, I don't want y'all to lose faith in the team. Again, it's just as probable that we went out and we go on a win streak and we look dominant and we get into the playoffs. Hey, Mike, I'm hungry. You got any suggestions for food tonight? I always say spaghetti. If you got somebody cook you spaghetti, but if you don't, go and grab a poke bowl. It'll be expensive, but it's surely worth it. A poke bowl is always worth it, buddy. Yeah, man. I don't want y'all to lose faith because it's just as probable that we went out and we look dominant. We go to the playoffs and we win a couple games, as it is that we tank and we look terrible and y'all are pissed. It's just as probable. It's 4 games left, and or it could be what John said. It could go 2-2. It could look amazing 2 games, look shitty in 2 games. Anything is possible, but you just hang in there with us and don't. I think John started off the show in a great way. Like, I don't want the whole thing to turn to a shit on the Falcons every week thing. I don't want it to turn to, we so mad that we just mad because we missed the playoffs and F this and F that. It's not, we don't need to do that. Like, we still gonna have fun with this and they can still win. And I believe it will click and they will win. And I believe we will make the playoffs. What we do in the playoffs is anyone's guess, depending on if we come together at the right time, like butt cheeks, but you never know. But anything,
look, the title of the show, buddy, The Ride Continues. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
And the ride's going to continue next week. It could be on the roller coaster. It could be on that damn, just like straight down. You don't know yet.
Strap in, no. It's the same rules as Six Flags. Once we start this ride, you're not getting off.
Not getting off.
So you can scream all you want. You can cry. You can curse. You're not getting off until the season ends. So just get comfortable in your seat and enjoy the ride.
That's right.
And we will be here to take the ride with you every week, twice a week. So if you have nothing else, you got it.
That's it.
And again, I want to say, I apologize. I don't ever want to turn our thing into me cursing a lot or speaking about violence or anything like that. But just some things I want all y'all to be mindful of, because we all got to treat each other better, and we all got to be mindful to raise the standard of ourselves and the shit that we condone and we speak about. So it's some stuff we all should not agree with. It's some stuff we all should. Who cares about the color and the age? And some stuff that we all should not. So I hate to even talk about things on the show that's not silly or not football. If y'all know me, it's one of the two. It's either silly or football. I don't like talking about serious things, especially stuff like this. But when I see stuff like that, that is that's inhumane. So I think we all should stand up against that, and speak out against that. So that's all it is. I didn't mean to go off like I did, but just an emotion. I had it happen to me. So
yeah, exactly. Appreciate you, Bulldog. Hey, we'll last question. Let us say if we win out the last 4 games, do you want Red or Art back?
No.
Neither one?
Nope.
Because it depends on me.
It would depend on how it looked. Because if it looked like luck, like it's been like if we won how we win, like it's kind of lucky. Somebody he threw 2 interceptions, but we won. No, but if it looked dominant, like I said, if it looked like it clicked, maybe you got me.
Right, that's my thing. It depends on how it looks. If it's like, okay, they've got it together. Dez is just going out there, masterpiece, and Art's not doing anything. You're like, oh my god, why is this the way it is? Sure, but. Yeah, other than that, probably not. But and it's not saying I don't want Ritter back on the team. I don't think he'll be the starter. I think he'd be the backup.
Great dude.
But yeah. So that's it. Anyway, buddy. All right, Mike. Well, go ahead and take us out, bud.
Out of your Falcon mind. Peace.